Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how I grow a mango tree from the mango seed. So I picked this mango up from Walmart the other day, and I figured why not do a series on the mango tree and the seed and all that stuff, just for fun. In general, for me to grow this out and grow it in a pod and try to get it to produce fruit and all that, it's really not really what I'm looking to do. I'm just showing you how to actually start the mango tree from the seed, how to get the seed out, how to open it up, and then start the tree, let it grow through the winter, and then maybe in the summer I'll bring it out. And if it looks like it's doing really good, maybe I will bring it in one more year and grow it throughout the winter. But it's a lot of work. It's a pain in the neck for me. I'm already got the peppers that I bring in every year and stuff like that. So for me, it's a lot of work, and I generally not looking to take on more than I can handle right now. I mean, in the future, if I ever build an atrium or something like that where it's heated, then I can eventually start doing these for longer term. But for now, just for the sake of science and to have fun during the winter and doing this, and you may want to do it yourself if you've never tried it, to give it a go, and you can see what I do. It's very easy to do. And I'll talk about the seed in a minute. I got to cut this open, strip the flesh off it, and then open the seed up a little bit and then show you how I open it. I can't do that holding the camera, so I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the seed, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it, but again, I can't hold the camera and open it with one hand. But I just want to talk a little bit about the seed, and as you can see, it's very thick on one side and then very thin on the top. Well, that thick part on the bottom is where the seed is. So what we have to do is peel this husk back and then expose the seed so I can get it out. Now, there's a very good chance that this seed might actually have a root in it. So if it has a root in it, you got to be really careful when you open these up. Now, I let this mango deliberately ripen up, very ripe, because sometimes that helps this thing get the root right out the gate, but you don't need that to get it started. So it does tend to start no matter what you do. Even root or no root, it will generally grow. There's really nothing to this really, but just to show you that you can do it and how easy it is to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up, and what you have to do is you have to find like the little hole in here, and then you got to open it up. I'd say use a screwdriver or something, but just be real careful. And as it opens, it'll peel back over here, and then you'll be able to just pop it open and get the seed out. So let me open this up, and I will be right back. So, but also too, you see what I did here? I scrubbed this thing with a bristle brush to scrub all the flesh off it so I can handle it. If you don't do that, you'll never be able to handle this thing and open it. So you got to scrub all the flesh off the outside of it so you can grip it real good, because if this thing slips with a screwdriver in your hand or a knife or something, you're going to get severely hurt. And this thing is rather difficult to open up without the tool and without being able to grip it. Alright, so I'll be right back. I opened it up. It was a little bit on the difficult side to do. Like I say, you really got to hold it really good, and you got to get a tool in here to really pry this thing open. But I did open it up, and here is the seed. Now, before I pull it out, you can see there's like a thing attached over here. Some people might refer to that as the umbilical cord. That is not the root. This is the root. Oh, well, it just came off now. So this is not the root. This is the seed, but you can see how the seed's starting to split open, and it wants to put out a root already. It's probably a root. Here we go. You can see right at the very top right there, something's coming out. That's probably the root. So I just want to clean that off, and then I'm going to plant it and show you how I plant it. I'll put it sideways. I'll talk about that in a second, but that's the seed. Now, can you eat this seed? I don't know. It's just like a big nut. You could probably eat this thing. But let me just clean that black off of there. I don't like the looks of that. That could probably rot if I don't clean it off. So let's clean that off. Make sure that's nice and good, and then we'll plant it. I'll be right back. Okay, so I cleaned off the black, and you could kind of see that it looks like it was a little bit scraped off on the seed. But I didn't like the looks of that black on there. That looked like some kind of black mold on there. So if you look really close, if I could get this to focus really closely, you can see some of the flesh on that nut part is kind of dark in color. That's usually the sign of it getting damaged because of the mold or whatever that is that was getting on there. So I just took a little brush and scrubbed it off, and I peeled off whatever's excess around it just to make sure it doesn't rot. But even if that did kind of start to go bad, that root and everything that starts from there, this part will just die off eventually. So it's not too much to worry, but I've had these rot and I wasn't 100% sure why, but yes, they usually got that black stuff on them. So I'm just took it off, and just to make sure that we don't have a problem growing this thing out. Alright, so let me put you down in here. Alright, and basically just lay it down sideways. Just let it just like that, and just put the dirt over it. And, you know, give it a good watering. I'm not going to do that on here, of course. And just give it a good watering. As soon as this thing starts to come up through the soil, I will definitely update this video onto the next level. You know, I wanted to get up a little bit above the soil, but I'll show it to you once it starts coming up above the soil. Now, I can take that thing and stick it in the water like that and let it root that way so you can see the whole root process coming down. But I was actually hoping for the root to be inside the nut already, because a lot of times you open them up, they already got a root in them. So I was kind of hoping for that already, but apparently it wasn't. So, oh well, no biggie. But that's it. I just planted it. The next video will be when this thing finally starts to sprout up, and we will go from there. Like I say, now with this video series, this short series I'm going to do on this, I'm only going to grow it so far, and then maybe plant it out somewhere in the yard during the summer, and then I'm not going to bring it in. It's just too much for me to do right now. But yes, you can bring these in and winter them over. They're actually quite beautiful looking plants or trees. The other option I have is I could do a bonsai with this if you guys are interested to see how I do my bonsais. But the plant still has to develop a solid root system for a couple of years before I can actually do the bonsai correctly, because if you trim those roots while they're too young and it's not mature enough as a plant, there's a good chance you'll kill it. So I could go either way with this. If you guys are interested in me doing a bonsai, I can do it. I'll show you how I do bonsais with different kinds of trees, and I can do it with this one. I could even do this in the bonsai, but I don't know. There's a lot going on. Bonsais are a lot of work. They're not like you just cut the roots in the tree and you stick it. It's a lot of work. You got to water them anywhere between 8 to 10 times a day. You're not planting them in soil. There's a whole bunch of stuff involved with it. I could do it just for the sake of doing video, just to show you how I do it and how you can do it if you're interested in doing that. So just comment below if you're interested in seeing that, or maybe I'll put a poll up in the cards area up on the right hand side. Just, you know, maybe I'll do something like that. Alright, so that's the mango seed starting video series over here. Next update will be once it comes above the soil. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.